Alright everybody, how's it going? So today I'm going to be working on the transmission. I'm going to dual feed the direct drum and show you a little bit of how to dual feed this 4L80E. It will make more apply pressure to the clutches doing this. So let's get to it. Let me show you some of this stuff. Okay, so first things first, you want to take out this, pull this off. Okay, we'll pull this off, put that in oil right there. And right here it has this lip seal. Well, you want to remove that lip seal as well. We're not going to use it anymore. This is part of the procedure of, doing this dual feed. So this right here, we're not going to use it anymore. Okay. And as far as this guy right here goes, you want to take out the second ring. So that one went right there. You just remove that. Okay. So you will have one on the very top, take out the second, and put in the other ones, okay? Make sure you replace all your seals. So I gotta replace this one. We'll replace that. As far as this guy over here goes, what you wanna do is, obviously we're gonna clean it up more, but you want to drill a little hole here, right down in here, and the reason that is for it's a pressure relief valve. Okay, pressure relief hole. So we're gonna get to that. Let me just clean this sucker up, and I'll show you some more. Alright, so the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna drill a hole about right here, right in there. Make sure you don't hit this little area, because that's where our seal right here, our seal rides. This part right here, it rides right on here. Okay, so we got to make sure we don't hit any of that. Okay, so we got to be careful. And this drill bit right here, the one I'm using, it is a 1/16. Okay, so we're okay, we've made it through finally. We drill that hole there. That's to relieve the pressure under this guy. So by doing this, removing this seal here, okay, it's going to allow all of this whole entire backside of this being an apply surface. So this is where that used to be. It used to only apply here. Okay, so what we're doing, so you only apply here. So what we're doing is making it to apply the whole entire backside of this. Okay, and it seals here and it seals here. So therefore, by drilling out this hole, it's gonna let it relieve itself. Okay, so I'll come back. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna work on is on this part of the transmission. Okay, so these are the differences right here. This is what I had. This is what comes with your 4L80 rebuild kit. Okay, look at the size difference. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna shove this guy in there. What that would do, this will allow this to sit inside the casing a little bit more in, and the inside on this other side. Okay, So when we put our bearing on the backside and our spacer, you know, it's gonna have a bearing and a spacer. When we do that, that will allow the bearing to sit around this side, okay? So let me show you that bearing. Right here. Here it is. Okay, so this is the bearing right here. Okay, that's the bearing. And that is the part number. And you know, and it also comes with these bushings. I'm not sure which one I'm using yet. So trial and error, I guess, huh? Okay, that's flush on there, as you can see, and we do have a little lip on the inside. Okay, so that's good right there. Here's the old one. We're not gonna use it any longer. So this is where I was telling you, right here. It has a little groove right there. Okay, I'll show you the inside of the transmission now. I don't know if you guys can see that. You have a little bit of a lip there. So that's what we're doing right there. Okay. So now, when we throw in our bearing here, it will have something to ride on. And it won't be moving around. So the other thing that you would need to do a dual feed on this 4L80E is, here's your center support bolt, okay, and this is the reverse. So that's the one that you need to plug off right there. Here's the back side of the transmission. That's where it mounts. If you're facing it towards you, okay, it'll be that one right there. That takes a 3/8 plug, like a freeze plug, so that's what you will have to use. And this guy right here, okay? So as far as that goes, I am ready to assemble my transmission. And here we go. Okay, so usually on the back of the transmission it has this guy, see, metal to metal. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna rollerize it with this bearing here. Okay, we're gonna use this bearing and this bushing. That was the whole purpose of putting in a much thicker rear bushing, so that we can do this part, rollerize it. Okay. And now this guy can go in. Finally. Okay, so we have two notches there. See that notch there? Okay, those two notches are lining up. They're supposed to line up. Okay, there's one on the case, and there's that smaller notch on that hard part right there. So those two line up. So here we have our wavy. See that it has little notches there? That goes downwards right here. Falls in right there. So then we have a steel, or steels. Okay, those notches right here don't matter. Just drop it in. Okay, just like that. So then steel is going to go back and forth, steel, friction. a snap ring. There we go. Okay. So I like to pre-align these a little bit. So like that. We don't have to, you know, fight with it too much. Right there. Right there. Okay, so we already put our frictions in there. Now we have our direct drum. It's falling all the way through, all the way down, past all our frictions. Okay. So now we're gonna put these guys on. Steel friction, steel, but also it takes a wavy. Okay. Friction, steel, friction, steel, friction. Okay. Those are all the friction. And now it takes this guy right here. Okay. And the snap ring. Okay. Right there. Okay. And we'll put the snap ring in. Okay, there we go. There it is. Make sure it's all the way in. Alright, so we have our reman pump on. All we have to do is torque these down. But I'll have to do that another day. Gotta go in and most of all, I have to put all this stuff away, clean it all up. But yeah, so far, there's the transmission. All internals put in, all the hard parts. Next time we'll be tying up this bolt here, this one, and then we're gonna put in everything right here for the valve body, you know, so we'll have more video on that. I gotta clean it up and see what happens. Alright, see you guys later. Put this sucker back on. Make sure the gasket doesn't fall off. Make sure this lines up here. Okay. Okay, those are all in. Okay. Okay. These only go in certain spots. I mean, you can't mess them up. Okay. So there's that. This one on. Okay. So now, let me throw this sucker on. Just like that. Alright guys, so that's it. Next thing, we'll just slap it into the car, and I'll show videos of it already in there. So alright, I'll get back to you guys later.